Hello and welcome back to War Sales, and indeed, look at what we have here. Oh yes, we found Mr. Lanternor, finally. Ugh, yes, he took a long time to appear, didn't he? Yeah, very, very annoying. Anyway, we can hopefully talk to him, and hopefully, just hopefully, I highly doubt he's going to be giving us this. Ooh, wait a minute. Nope, he wants Galend. Technically we could take it. Technically, we could take that, but I am actually not going to do that just yet. What I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to get Varagos Castle. This is extremely cheap, as you can see right there. Extremely, extremely easy for us to do that. And then, well, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what to do next, to be honest. I mean, we could go here. We could try to take Mazdadan Castle, I suppose. Maybe that's a thing. Uruk. We need to find Uruk. Yes, unfortunate for us that's probably going to be almost impossible. Omor would be fantastic to get. Ah, that's such a shame, isn't it? Ah, that's a big, big shame. All right, well, the only thing that I can really do now is wait. That's it. That's all I can do. I've gotten some level ups here, as you can see. We've got another guy doing some things. Just going to get him some food price penalty increases, I guess, or shall we say decreases in this case. And we got some scouting skill for Nus here, and then of course we have a little bit more shipmaster skill. Ghost ship is absolutely fine, and then Sulatha. Yeah, I mean, look at our trade skill. Trade skill with every single one of our people is just skyrocketing dramatically. Really, really nice to see that, actually. Unfortunately, it's not really... Some of these skills are not going to level up at all for some reason. I don't know why the clan members are kind of passive in that regard. They don't really tend to take advantage of every single one of those skills. A bit strange on that, but yeah, we can speak to this guy. Maybe we can speak to him and actually see what's going on. No, wait. Who is the leader of this guy? Who is the leader of this clan? I actually don't know. Let's see. Isn't it just the guy? No, it's Rovarion. Rovarion. Okay, I've actually spoken to him beforehand, so let's actually just send him a messenger. See if we can maybe get our hands on Omor. It's going to be insanely impossible, I think. Yes. As you could quite clearly tell, yes. There we go. He wants everything. He wants everything that we have. That is not going to work, sir. Yeah, well, maybe we can do something here. Yeah, I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to look a little bit further afield. Cranarok Castle just got taken back by the Sturgians as well, by the way, so that means that we can't really take advantage of that. I was actually attempting, if I could, to actually find Lukand. Lukand is still, for some reason, a little bit elusive. I'm not sure where he is. He does seem to be extremely difficult to find. I mean, as far as I'm aware, he is he's an Azerai vassal that has defected from the Vlandians. A very, very interesting development indeed. We also have... Oh, hello. Okay, so the Sturgians are on a complete tear right now, and they are indeed taking Revel back. I guess that makes a bunch of sense, and I guess that makes sense considering I don't have to really worry about it now anymore, do we? No. That's quite funny. Alright, so let's just get this. We can go for scouting skill, I guess, as well. Yes, so many children to age up here. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, I'm actually taking a look at this, obviously. Someone did mention that it's probably a good idea to take a look at the marriage proposals, despite them... well, mostly, I mean, they're probably going to be one-sided. I mean, that's the reason why I wasn't looking at them to begin with anyway, because as you can see, this guy... wants, you know, our mother, at this point, to join his clan, and we obviously don't want that, because she's very, very useful, of course. You've learned about Pretty Pelisor. He is not very pretty, I've got to say, but there you go. Okay, that is actually quite funny. Alright, yeah, so we actually want to see... Is this the guy? Is this the guy? Is this the leader? I think he might be the leader. No, he's not. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. He has a lot of money, though. He has a lot of money. This... Oh, my... Did you see? Do you see this? Do you see this prosperity level? Look at the prosperity level in this place. 7,269. That is actually insane. Let me see. Decourtain. Decourtain. Let's have a look at Decourtain and actually see whether we can... Ah, hello. Oh, never mind. I was actually kind of hoping we'd be able to know who this is and or go and see them. What's actually going on here? Look at this. She's a vassal of the Vlandians, but she is a Sturgian culture. She's a Sturgian culture. It's because he married her. That is extremely interesting. Oh, okay. We actually have some, shall we say, interfaction marriage happening. That's kind of cool, especially considering the fact that the clan leader is actually dead. So she needed to take over. That is extremely interesting to me. I love that kind of thing. That's always really, really fun. Anyway, yeah, unfortunately, as you can see right here, obviously, because this is a native castle to Britannia, he is not going to... He's definitely not going to give us anything. No, we're going to have a bit of a problem with this. Yeah, so I'm actually... Should I just wait here for a little bit of time and actually see whether she appears? I'm highly doubtful that that's going to happen, but... It's happened before. I've had pretty good success just waiting around sometimes and actually just seeing whether the people are going to turn up at their fiefs. If we take a look at Kanazat right now, I was going to type Barney. She's 32. Okay, so we still don't really have to worry too much about her age being an issue. Generally, I feel like we don't really have to worry too much now. She's actually pregnant again. Okay, that's pretty decent. Let me see what is... okay, who owns this? De Rothard. Okay, let me actually see if I can type this correctly. Oh no, Dagonik. Dagonik is one of those. Yes, Dagonik is one of those. Okay, so, this is going to be a bit of a problem. Actually, wait a minute. Maybe it's not going to be so much of a bad problem because we can go in here. Maybe we can see whether he's actually inside. Oh, no, he's not inside here. Alright, well, that's a problem, isn't it? I guess we'll go and have to see what other fiefs he actually owns. Let's see. Does he... Oh, he owns a huge amount. Wow, okay. He actually owns Kuyaz as well. This guy is literally rolling in cash. There is no way he is ever going to trade anything with us. Alright, so it does look as though now that we're down in Azerai territory, we might have something available here for us. And I'm talking about Jamia Castle. We might be able to take that, or we could go for... Yeah, that's never going to happen, as you can see. That's going to be extremely difficult for us. So, Jamia Castle it is for 1.7 million. I think that's probably worth it. I mean... Generally, being able to reduce their overall territory is going to be very, very nice. As you can see, I literally found a whole smattering of vassals in the keep here. And this is making a huge difference to us in the long run. We literally have so many choices available, and it's actually kind of insane. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of these people don't even have fiefs. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. I don't understand what's going on with that, but there you go. Okay, so who's this? Who's that? Who's that right there? I can't see him because he's too close to the interactable area of the town. So that's great, isn't it? Yeah, that's wonderful. Oh, wait a minute. Askar is actually a Western Empire fief? Okay. What's actually going on here? Hello. Okay, Achios is the leader. Okay, I'm going to send him a message. I am going to try and get Askar for ourselves. Let's see if we can make this happen. If he allows us to do this, this would be fantastic. Okay, wait a minute. Nope, not in a million years. All right, we can probably try and get all of these castles, though. Yes, as you can... I can't believe it. I can't believe he is actually willing to give us 3 castles for 600,000. This is exactly the reason why I was saying, yes, this is absolutely every single time. Every single time you can come across someone with a huge amount of, well, a huge amount of castles. Anytime they have loads of castles, you can get those for so cheap. I mean, it obviously depends, you know, like I've said before, it obviously depends on if they are native to that particular faction or something like that. That seems to have a pretty big impact. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, Banu Saran. Let's go and speak to this guy. I have no idea who the leader of this actually is, so I should probably check that out. Her. Okay. Okay, where is he? Let's see. Oh, Agios. Agios literally just died. Look at that. He literally just died. That is hilarious. That is absolutely perfect for us, to be honest. Because the more times that the clan leaders are going to pass away, the easier it's going to get for us, or at least I think so, because then we're going to be dealing with people that have lower skills, or at least hopefully have lower skills. I know that Adram might be a clan leader as well. We might want to go and speak to him in just a second. Is he? I think so. Or is it Akram? It might be Akram. I might be getting mixed up here. But yeah, we'll go and speak to him nevertheless and actually see what's going on. Maybe he's got something. No, he doesn't have anything at all. All right. So what we're going to do, we could try to go for Askar again, but the problem is if we go here and have a look, yeah, we don't know this guy. See, that's the main problem. You see, that is going to definitely be one of our I think probably the biggest bottleneck we're going to have going forward is the fact that we have these new vassals that are turning up, and the new vassals are actually making it extremely difficult for us to find where they are and who they are, and you know, be able to actually speak to them. So it requires constant surveillance, basically. The surveillance that we have to actually like perform is on another level. It's literally, you know, it's basically on the same level as real-world countries at this point. So yeah, we might have to put a CCTV camera on every single corner. Something like that sounds like a very good idea. You know what? We should probably also try to institute digital IDs. That sounds like a great idea too, doesn't it? Not. Anyway, we'll obviously make sure that we can maybe... Oh, hello. Oh, no. These people don't have anything. Unfortunate. Ooh, what's this? What's this? What do we have here? Oh, yeah, no. Okay, yeah, no. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, we'll just continue onward. I am going to try and see whether we can... I need to find that guy, don't I? I need to find Chaikand. That's going to be the greatest possible thing that I can do, I think. Chaikand, where is he? Let's see. He owns huge amounts of stuff, right? No, he only owns two... What? He only owns these? Okay, he only owns these now. Okay, I'd love to know where he is. I'd love to know where he is. 2 years ago, he was actually taking the leader of the Azerai prisoner. Interesting. Okay, that doesn't really do much for us, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to... Wow. Okay. Yeah. There's so many different thieves that we could potentially take here. I'm just not, unfortunately, able to access the wonderful messaging system because they are not, you know, they're unknown. They're unknown to me, so it's very, very unfortunate. Let's see if we can maybe do something here. No, that is unlucky. Unlucky. Yeah, as you can see, this guy is... Yeah, oh, he just married someone. Oh, interesting. He literally just married someone. Okay, let's see. What else do they own? Tamna Castle. All right. Okay. Where is Tamna Castle? I think that's nearby, isn't it? Yes, there it is. All right, this is actually perfect. We might be able to get our hands on that. Tamna Castle. Why does it... It doesn't look like a castle from here. Interesting. Okay, so Satirios. Nope. That's not the guy. That is not the guy. We're going to have to go somewhere else. Oh, dear. Chara the Wanderer is now free. Okay, that's fantastic. She actually got herself taken prisoner by some Corsairs. So we're going to just have her, you know... hopefully come back to us at some point in the future, and then we'll be able to do something. Oh, wait a minute. Altu, I know him. I can send him a messenger. There we go. I remember him. Yes, we might be able to get something good here. Okay, come on now. Let's do this. Okay, Onira, let's try it. Yeah, we can actually get Onira if we want to. We could... no, he wants Cyrenea, though. He wants Cyrenea. I really want this, actually, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just get Odrisa Castle and the other one for 1.2 million. That sounds pretty good to me. We can obviously start trading some castles for towns, and that is definitely going to be something we'll do, but I do find that a lot of the time, the vassals have a particular taste for castles. They seem to be very specific in what they want. It is not really always a case of just being like, oh yes, I'll just trade this castle, because one vassal somehow seems to have a greater need for a specific castle than the other ones that you offer them. Because I have actually offered numerous castles in the past that have basically the exact same prosperity, but the vassal in question didn't really want any of them apart from one, and well, I obviously didn't want to give that away for free. So that's the unfortunate thing here. Yeah, as you can see, our people are just going to be joining the opposing clan, which is not really what I'm looking for. Thank you very much. No, we're getting another one of our people being attacked. Okay, it may very well be the case that we might just need to do a little bit of transitioning from away from convoys and caravans and start putting more governors in our garrisons and in our castles and stuff like that. That may very well be the only thing that we can really do here. What I am going to do though is I'm going to reduce the wages here real fast. I'm just going to make sure that we don't spend too much cash on the wages, because otherwise we're just going to be spending way too much. And we're not at war against anyone, obviously. We're not at war against anyone, so it's really, really nice. You know, it's nice and chill. Obviously, it's still dangerous-ish, because, well, we're not able to really utilize, and this is obviously the biggest problem here, we're not really able to utilize a lot of the policies, you see, and the policies are actually really, really useful. Some of them are really useful. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do without those for the moment. Is this guy actually the owner of something? I don't know any of these people, which is actually hilarious. Do they actually own anything? Because it feels to me like they don't own anything at all. Does this guy own anything? No, he doesn't. What about this guy? We know him. We know this guy. All right, we might be able to have something happen here. Maybe Samira Castle will be ours. Maybe we can get it from him if he actually owns that. I'm now making 90,000. Yes, very nice. 90,000 every single day is not something to sniff at. I like that a great deal. Maybe we can do Samira Castle. There we can. Oh, okay, that's very expensive. What about Akalat? Yes, I can actually do Akalat, but he wants Galend. He wants all of these. Wait a minute. Okay, he wants Cyronea the most. Okay, he wants Cyronea the most. Okay, well, let me see. Should I spend the 2.1 million? Yeah, why not? Why not? I might as well. There is very little for me to lose from actually doing that. It's just going to mean that I have to wait a little bit longer and get some more time, you know, time investment. Let me see. So she's a prisoner of Sea Raiders at the moment. Where is... There's Chara. Okay, so she's now ready to come and join us. I might make her a... I might make her a governor of Samira Castle, I guess. I mean, Samira Castle literally just happened, so I guess that's kind of okay. A load of our children are actually getting pretty nicely aged up, pretty fast. Fenoria is also pregnant once again. That's really nice. 91,300 coming in too. And I think our... Yeah, as you can see, loads and loads of people coming in here. Okay, so let's go for more steward, more trade, all that wonderful stuff. And is she with us now? Is she actually with us now? Let me actually just take a quick look. Let me go to the fiefs real fast. Okay, so as you can see here, we do need to go to Samira Castle. This is it. Alright, so I'm actually speaking to Monchug right now, and the one thing that I'm actually thinking of doing right here is literally trading all of these castles for Chaikand. Now, Chaikand is a town with almost 9,000 prosperity. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is a really good idea, but I kind of think it might be, because what I can actually do after this is we're going to generate so much cash, right? Are we going to be generating so much cash? That's the question. I actually don't know. Let's do it. We're going to try it out, okay? We're going to try it out and see what happens, because obviously this is changing the balance of power quite dramatically here, because we're losing quite a few of our castles. As you can see, Lokana Castle, Urukskala, Dinar Castle, Agilting, Vladiv Castle, Skarthnes, and Hauga Castle, they have all been traded away. However, we now have this, and this is exceptionally good, or at least it should be. Because as you can see, look at this, 9,000 prosperity, literally 9,000 prosperity. That's kind of insane. So I'm thinking to myself, yes, sounds like a pretty good idea. Let's go for some increase to hearth and all that stuff. Sounds pretty good. We should probably increase the shipyard as well. And yeah, 40,000. Okay, I'm going to get a governor there, and hopefully that will help us out as well. Ah, it looks like Kanazat has actually leveled up a pretty great deal as well. I have no idea what to really go for here, because most of the time, none of this stuff is actually going to be that useful. Ooh, a minus 5% trade penalty within cities of your own kingdom. I guess that sounds pretty nice, although, to be fair, we're not really going to be able to utilize that at all either, because we technically don't have a kingdom, so that is also a bit of an issue, isn't it? Let's level up our shipmaster skill a little bit as well. Let's go for a little bit more intelligence as well here. Okay, we got loads of people leveling up too. Some of the time I actually have no idea what to really go for, to be honest. I think we'll go for a naval horde here. Yeah, wow, look at this. Sulatha is leveling up so dramatically. This is actually crazy. Very, very surprised to actually see this. And we could go for that. There we go. We'll go for shipmaster skill once again. Just want them to be as fast as possible, I suppose, on the world map. I guess that's going to be the way to go, right? Is it? Is it going to be the way to go? I guess. Kind of. Barter penalty for items. We're going to go for... Should we go for Spring of Gold? Spring of Gold as clan leader, unfortunately. No. We're going to have to go for Silver Tongue. Alright, we'll go for Pathfinder, Desert Born, and then we'll just go for Morning Exercise, even though nothing really matters. That does not matter at all. Let's go for some more social skill just to level her up as fast as possible. And then Chara can obviously do something too. What do we want, though? That's the question. What do we want? Well, sledges, I guess. I mean, it doesn't really help us either way. But yeah, this is now our highest prosperity fief in our entire place. As you can see, look at this. We now have 106,000. We are now getting 106,000 every single day, which is obviously fantastic. And that really means a huge amount. So what we can now do is we can possibly go back to Monchug, and we might even be able to get all of those castles back just by purchasing them for a very, very cheap price. We might be able to. At least some of the ones that are going to give him problems in terms of loyalty and things like that. So, for example, the Nord castles and stuff like that, I think are definitely going to be up for grabs. Let's try it. I'm going to send him a message. Let's see what goes on here. Let's see if we can... make something happen. Are we going to get lucky? Are we going to get lucky? Or are we going to have additional issues? Let's have a look. Alright, so he has a huge amount, as you can see. Let's try and get these. Yeah, as you can see, I can get those for basically free. I can really get those for free. I might be able to get Makeb. What do you think about Makeb? I cannot get Makeb for all of the money in the world, by the looks of things. What about this one? Yes, I can get that. I can also get this. No, that's for Chaikand. I'm not going to trade Chaikand back. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah. So we can actually get some castles back. We can actually get some back. So, yeah. So no money is actually going to do this, but we can get these two back for money. So that is exactly what we're going to do. Very nice and easy. And oh, she's actually here. Okay, that's hilarious. Let's take her into our party then, and we'll just turn her into another caravan then. Should I buy the brewery? No, I can't do that, actually. I can't buy another brewery. Okay, so we'll just do that. Another nice little trade convoy for her, and she can go off and do that. Okay, so we're now making 110,000. We're making 110,000 every single day. I'm kind of hoping that we can maybe get another... We need another companion, to be honest. Decrease morale, increase morale, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of what we want. Makeb is kind of something I'd love to get, but unfortunately, as we've seen, that's probably not going to happen that easily. Hakun Castle. I might be able to find out who the leader of this is. Yildrim. I have no idea where that guy is. Not in a million years I'm going to find him. Maybe I can go to Ortengard and find him here. He might be waiting there. Yeah, as you can see, there's a huge amount of people in this thing. So, we might be able to speak to this guy. Hello there. Alright, maybe we'll get something good. Uzek Castle? No, he wants Chaikand, as you can see right there. Obviously, money is not going to do much. Yeah, because obviously I don't even have that much money, right? I don't have that much money, so we're probably going to have to wait a little bit of time. Let's actually just check here, make sure I'm not missing out on him. No, I don't think so. Oh my... Okay, wow, okay, that's actually really, really crazy. Look at this, look at what has just happened. Fenoria has died in childbirth. So, in other words, Kuth's wife is dead. Wow, I'm actually really surprised. I've never seen that before in forever. Yeah, so yeah, Kuth is obviously not very pleased about that. He's going to be very, very sad by that. And
Yours is not a
well, I'm not entirely sure what to really do. I guess we'll just get him a new wife, right? I guess we'll just get him a new one, and we'll see what we can do. Yeah, so as you can see, obviously they are not willing to trade any castles here. No castles. No castles. Okay, that's absolutely fine. I don't have enough money anyway, so I was actually going to wait for a little bit longer, but obviously, Fenoria, she died, so I wanted to show you that. Alright, so it actually looks as though I have found Dagonik. Here he is. Look at him. He's running away from us. It's very, very frustrating that he's doing that. But yes, I can't really do much about it. And funnily enough, I found this guy through sheer luck because I was thinking to myself, okay, you know what? Where is he going to be? Where is he going to be? Well, he's most likely going to be running around Vlandian territory because he seems like a bit of a, well, he seems like a bit of an oaf to me, but, you know, whatever the case, here he is. Okay, we finally have the ability to speak to this guy. All right, does he have anything that we really want? Yes. He has Kuyaz. I really want... Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's exactly what we want. Can we get this as well? Yes. Can we get this as well? Yes. And we can maybe trade some castles. Maybe we can trade some castles. Let's trade some castles. No, Adresia Castle's not going to do anything. Carenia Castle not going to do anything. As you can see, most of these barely move the little bar there. It's kind of annoying, isn't it? Yeah, that's very annoying. So, yeah, it looks as though we won't be able to do that. What about more money? Nope. That's kind of unfortunate. What about this? Ah, Kerban Seth. Kerban Seth is really, really easy. Okay. As you can see, really cheap. Look at that. Look at how cheap that is. 3 towns. Literally. 3 towns instantaneously coming over to our side. Just purely... I can actually... Wait a minute. I can get these 2 castles? No, I can get 1 castle. I can get 1 castle here. As you can see. I might be able to get this one too. Yeah, I can get this one too if I literally trade Remtor Castle. Do I care about trading Remtor Castle? Not really. But Uzan Castle, I have no idea where this is. And I have no idea whether it's any good. So I'm probably not going to be doing that. And we're just going to do this. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to do this. That's 2.7 million, which is actually nothing in comparison to getting 3 towns and 1 castle. Can I say no to this? No. So we are going to be taking that. Yeah, that is absolutely fantastic. We have literally just gained... Look at this. We just gained this right here. It has 8,000. Look at this. It has 8,600 prosperity. You know the reason why it was so cheap? Because it's rebelling. It has a loyalty of 20. That's the reason why he wants to get rid of this and why he wants to get rid of it for such a cheap amount. That's the reason why I said to you, you really need to watch out for these fiefs that are, well, not owned by the faction, you know, the original faction. This is really making a huge difference. Absolutely. Absolutely insane. Okay, so we can obviously do this a little bit more. Yeah, we'll do that. River Raider? I have no idea what's better really on that regard, but yeah, I guess it's okay. We can do maybe here. We can do River Raider, and then we can get another point in that. There we go. Alright, so first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look and see what our people are doing, because what we need to do is we need to make sure... let me see. I have quite a few convoys. Okay, so the question is, we really need to stop them from doing this, don't we? Yeah, we really need to stop them from doing this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... the problem is they're very... I kind of don't like doing it with my own people. I like doing it with companions. So this is a little bit unfortunate. Maybe I can get some... we have this one. Okay, this is actually fantastic. I just recruited this one, actually. So this is pretty good. All right. So we're going to go in here. We're going to see what's going on. Yeah, as you can see, because of Parade, I'm going to stabilize the loyalty situation here very, very easily. That's the reason why I also said Parade is just so extremely useful, extremely worthwhile taking it, just purely because you have the ability to stabilize loyalty at any point. But yeah, I'm going to make her the governor in just a second. I'm just going to wait here for a little bit of time and hope that we can stabilize the loyalty before it rebels. Alright, so I've done a little bit of extra, shall we say, management, and what I'm trying to do here, oh yeah, because obviously we gained additional castles. I'm trying to basically, and some towns, of course. We're going to try to reduce this as much as possible, because otherwise we're going to be having literally 461 people. It makes no sense for us to have basically anyone here, but I want to make sure we have at least a little bit of a garrison, because otherwise the security is going to go down. Or shall we say the garrison level is going to go down? I actually don't know the specifics behind that mechanic, but I'm basically just making sure. Yeah, as you can see, the garrison here, that's going to go down. I think that might have as you can see, that does make a difference to the security level. And we want to be a little bit careful about security, because I want to make sure that the prosperity is continuing to go up. And obviously you see here, Caban Seth, its prosperity is absolutely terrible. It is probably one of the worst prosperities that I've ever seen, and that could have had a factor, but I don't think it is, to be honest. I don't think the prosperity makes any difference to these people. Whenever they trade something, I think it is primarily due to the loyalty, because you see here, we have prosperity of 3,700, and the loyalty is 43. The reason why it's 43 is because we are obviously Azerai, and the owner culture penalty is not actually coming into effect. So we're literally getting a bonus just by being Azerai, which is obviously fantastic. Now, this, on the other hand, we know for a fact is insane, because look at the prosperity here. The prosperity is 8,600. We got this for an extremely cheap price too. So it has it makes no difference as far as I can tell. Basically, prosperity makes no difference. The only thing that matters is the loyalty level, and that's exactly the reason why I've said many times now, hopefully hopefully people have listened to that, is that loyalty, and indeed the original fiefs, they are basically, they're very difficult to get. Let's just say that. They're very difficult to get because their loyalty is obviously higher, because they are the same culture. And most of the time, unless the faction is dealing with, let's just say, I don't know, the wonderful policies that provide huge amounts of loyalty bonuses, unless they're actually implementing all of those, which we know for a fact that they don't, unless they're doing that, it's not really going to work. So, for example, you could see here, this particular town actually has a pretty decent amount of loyalty. It's got 42, so it shouldn't be having any problems whatsoever. And that's exactly the reason why when we tried to get that earlier in the episode, it didn't actually help us. It was basically done. We couldn't do anything about that. Omor is about the same thing, so we're not really getting anything there. This is the one thing I think we have to look at. I think we have to go around and we basically just have to look and see whether there are, particular towns rebelling and things like that. I mean, obviously, to a certain degree, we're going to have a pretty easy time getting, for example, this. I think this is going to be extremely easy for us to get. Let's try to get Ukpa Castle here. And maybe... Oh, dear. Oh, no. Okay, fine. Let's see. Hongard Castle is his home. So, let's... Oh, there. All the way over here. Alright. Not a terribly big fan of having to go all the way over here. But we're making 150,000 every single day. 150,000. So... Generally, I think we have this in the bag. Generally, I think we're doing pretty nicely. One thing we have to do, though, there's something I have to do here. I have to go over here. Caban Seth, we need to select... we need to put our spice vendor on this. Ah, yes. Okay, this is also absolutely perfect. What we're going to do is we're going to send Dagonik a message. And the reason why we're going to do that is because Dunglanis is actually rebelling at the moment. As you can see, there's a loyalty of 15 here. So if I can get my messenger hit to him relatively fast, we could do something amazing. We could do something really good. We could actually get Dunglanis. We might... okay, so the loyalty, apparently, I think there's another... modifier that's coming in here. It's not just the loyalty. You can clearly tell that right now because obviously the loyalty is 15. So I'm assuming the reason why he's holding on to this so tightly is because it's his only fief. Well, shall we say it's his only town. I mean, the fact that Uzank Castle is extremely easy for us to get. I mean, literally, I can get this for 409,000. I can literally just buy that right away. Instantaneous, you know, fief gaining super easily there. But yeah, you could see here that Dunglanis might literally just leave his ownership. It literally might just leave it because there is nothing he can do about that. You know, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to do something to rectify that situation unless his faction decides to implement, as I say, all of those wonderful policies and things like that. The you know, forgiveness of debts and stuff like that. Okay, so first of all, yeah, what I want to do is I want to go back here and I want to see who this is again. Darbard. Darbard? I have never heard of this guy. He's obviously a new vassal that has just been born or something like that. Well, not just been born, but you know what I mean. He's probably one of the children of the original vassals.
Peace to you.
This guy is new as well. I don't think he has anything for us. He's not... Oh, wait a minute. Is he the leader of... No. He is actually a part of this... okay, yeah, he's part of that clan. Don't need to worry about that then. Yeah, so I'm hopeful... there's Dagonik. That's actually hilarious that we've come across him again, considering he was so extremely elusive most of the time. There's Morcon. Well, I don't know where Lescon is, but... yeah, well, I guess we'll see. Okay, so, yeah, as you see there, the new governor has taken up residence. That is very, very nice. Hopefully she'll do a good job. The one problem we're going to have, obviously, is the loyalty there is not going to do so well unless she has loyalty perks. Basically, every single governor that I have tends to have loyalty perks. Some of them have more loyalty perks than others, just because. But, yeah, generally, I always go for loyalty perks if I can. Obviously, you can respec those anytime you want by going into the arena. So I'd highly recommend doing that if you're attempting to do something similar to me here. Because loyalty, this is the reason, by the way, why I'm getting this. Why I'm getting loyalty and relation and all that stuff with all of our notables extremely easily. Just because it is, I mean, we have loyalty so high in all of our fiefs that relation just goes up automatically. It's very, very fast. Okay, so unfortunately he's not at Hongard Castle, so I'm thinking maybe he's here. It does seem like we do have 2 pages worth. Okay, unfortunate that there aren't any more people. There's just, well, only 2 pages. Yeah, that's not very useful for us at all, unfortunately. Maybe we can find someone here. No. Okay. We're getting a little bit unlucky, to be honest. Okay, it may very well be the case that we need to... I guess the best thing for me to do is just kind of run around, see if I can maybe find him. Maybe I could stay in a bottleneck or something like that. Who's this guy again? What's his name? I keep forgetting this guy's name for some reason. Darbard. Okay, yeah, there you go. Okay, Darbard. What a weird name. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, well, we'll see if we can find him. Hopefully he'll turn up soon. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to be giving this guy, well, we've come back to him, basically, because he is very, very open to pretty much quite a few different trade agreements here. And you can see that we're actually gaining, well, pretty much all of our castles back. Obviously not Makeb. I tried to get Makeb. It's not going to work unless I give him Chaikand and everything else I have, so obviously that's not really going to work. So what we're going to do is we're just going to give him 3.6 million. As I said to you before, the AI having a huge amount of money doesn't actually really do much. Like, yeah, okay, fine, it gives them a lot of money, but what does it actually do? Well, if they're in war, then obviously it's going to enable them to have a significant amount more strength in regards to combat. But for us, specifically, it doesn't really do much. You know, it's not really going to do anything, you know, for us or against us or anything like that. So we really don't have to worry about it, which is great. That's obviously fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're just gonna make sure that every single time we see anyone that has a significant amount, as you can see right here, we're now making we're making 165,000 every single day. Obviously, we've got to bear in mind that these guys do turn on unlimited wages. I'm not a terribly big fan of that, so I'm actually just going to be changing that back around. Just going to be doing this. I got all of these castles for basically no cost, which is really, really weird. I'm actually kind of surprised about that, to be honest, because low loyalty, right? Low loyalty in castles doesn't actually make any difference. Like, yeah, okay, it reduces their construction, right? It reduces their construction rate, and that's kind of, that sucks, you know, that sucks really, really bad, because that means that you're not going to be able to upgrade them that much, and it's going to be a lot more difficult to get them, you know, improved and things like that. So, for example, if I were to go in here, you could see that obviously the loyalty is doing really badly. The construction is 0 because of the very low loyalty, but look at the improvements that we've already got here. Look at all these improvements. We already have tier 2 and tier 3 already done. And this particular castle, I don't even know what is this? Agleting? Agleting? Okay, so let's have a look and see how much that's actually providing us. Agleting? 383. So as you can see, it's giving us 383 every single day. Obviously, that's pretty terrible most of the time. That is pretty awful. But Locana Castle, for example, this is even worse, because you can see here that this is literally just because of the garrison, of course. That is going to be fixed very, very soon. But the thing is, it's still not good. You know, we're losing 671 from that. There are some castles, like, for example, Samira Castle, which we just got from him, that is literally giving us 1,500. We got Talavel Castle that's giving us 1,100. And I think there's one more. Yeah, actually, wow, quite a few that are... Yeah, Scarthness, as you see here, giving us almost 1,200, and Jamia Castle giving us almost 3,000, which is extremely, extremely good. I'm actually kind of surprised that he let that go for pretty much nothing. But yeah, that's exactly the point. You know, it's really very, very, very profitable to just try things out. Just to literally try things out, try and see whether you can get lucky with some of these deals, and I am actually getting very, very lucky in that regard. I mean, look, we now have 176,000, and that's going to continue increasing. I was unable to find Darbard, by the way. I don't know where he is. It's kind of annoying that that is a thing where you can't really find some of these guys. Yeah, so I just kind of went back to the old reliable. And I'm going to see where Altu is as well. Is he dead yet? No, he's not dead yet. Very, very good. I'm glad to see that, to be honest. Because he's also very, very nice to us. Which I'm very surprised about, to be honest. I need to speak to more Azarai vassals, actually. That is going to be the better way to go. Oh, it's just Onira. Oh, I can actually buy this. Oh, no, I can't. Okay, never mind. Yeah, as you can see. I could technically buy Onira if I just had a little bit more cash, and we are going to be getting more cash. Let's actually just see here real fast. This is the reason why I also have a mod by the name of Better Time. I used to use this mod in a previous series, and when the game updated at some point, it broke. So I decided not to use it anymore because it was causing crashes. But now it's working. Now it's working with this version, which is really, really nice. So that means I will be able to speed things up so dramatically that we can literally just go zooming all over the place. And that's how I've actually gotten to places just that much quicker. I mean, in real time at the very least, not in game time, because obviously in game time it doesn't actually make you faster in game time. It just makes it so that I personally don't have to spend as much time staring at this guy running across the map. Anyway, let's actually have a look here. Danustica, okay, unfortunate for us that he's actually asking for basically everything. How annoying. Honoratus is always like this, actually. I don't know why, but he always is. It's very surprising that he's always so greedy, but, you know, that's how it is. Pagarios. Ugh, of course it is. Of course it's Pagarios, you absolute imbecile. He's always, for some reason... Oh, there he is! Oh, I found him. Okay, we got him. Let's go. Let's get him. He's running away from us like we're trying to kill him, but no, we actually just want to talk to him. Okay, so Tamna Castle, Hussenfolk, I'm going to try to get this. Oh, look at how easy this is. Look at how easy this is. Okay, this is absolutely fantastic. I'm not going to try and get Tamna Castle right now, but I will be getting this. I am a little bit irritated that I have to give a castle for this, but that's okay. That is more than fine with me. I'm hopeful that, yes, there we go, yes. We're starting to get a little bit of a foothold in the south. We really do need to get more of a foothold here. It's extremely, extremely important that we do that. Yeah, no companions. I'm looking for companions every single time I can because it's otherwise going to be extremely difficult for us to make really any inroads here. Oh, what? Oh yeah, it's because, oh yeah, this is perfect. The loyalty is going so high because obviously there aren't any, you know, well, there aren't any projects currently ongoing, but also we are the owners, and this is an Aserai fief, so this is fundamentally going to skyrocket. Look at the loyalty right now. It's going at 8. It's going to get to, yeah, look at that. We are now at 67. It's now going to be at 67 in just a second, which is going to be crazy. And Lath has gotten to age 5, which is very, very nice indeed. But look at how fast that goes up. The loyalty's now at 74, which is insane. And you just think about that. Think about that. That's exactly the reason why I said to you before, you know, you need to try and get these governors and things like that. Either, you know, get them to be the same culture. Obviously, that's a little bit difficult to do sometimes. Sometimes you're just not going to be able to because you just kind of have to make do with what you have, to be honest. But yeah, generally, you know, if you can get them the same culture as the fief you want them to be in, then obviously that's perfect. That's really, really nice. So yeah, otherwise we are just going to go over here, just reduce this to about 400 or so, and then we should be absolutely fine. And you could see here we now have literally 81. It's going to be 86 in just a second. And then we're also going to be getting another huge amount. So all I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to increase this all the way. I'm just going to literally stay here for parade and just get it all the way to 100. We are going to be getting notable relation up the wazoo here. I mean, literally, look at what's happening. It's actually crazy how much we're getting here. Okay, so this is not good. Actually, these marriage proposals are really, really good for learning about people. So I'm actually pretty happy that they're actually asking our women, even though it is actually just terrible. I mean, their offers are pretty terrible because we're going to be losing an extremely powerful member of our family, and we don't really want that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to speak to. Oh, he has these two, doesn't he? So I'm going to ask him for this. Going to ask him for that. Let's see. No, he's asking for that one back. I'm actually unsure. Why does he like this castle so badly? Why does he like this castle? I don't know why. As you can see, 521,000. I'm just going to get this castle too. This is extremely weird. Why does he want this castle so badly? There's no way it has good prosperity. There is no way, ever, that has good prosperity, right? And yeah, I'm actually gonna I'm interested to find out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head over there. I have 190,000 coming our way now, so 190,000 every single day. And then we also have, yes, as you can see here, look at this, 949. This is not a special fief by any means. It's not a special fief. So I'm very surprised as to why he is so hell-bent on getting that. I don't know. I'm trying to work out the sort of intricacies in regards to what people want to keep and what they don't want to keep, and so on and so forth, and making it a lot easier for us to kind of get a bit of an idea on things. But no, kind of difficult. Okay, so we got this guy who's Gavilon. Okay, he must have some heartburn issues or something like that, and his brother Gaviscon obviously is going to be helping us out, so who knows. But otherwise, who's that? Okay, I don't know who that is. I'm literally gonna... Oh no, are you serious? Wow, he just trolled us right there. Okay, I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to speak to him and then, you know, go somewhere else. Okay, so let's actually see. Okay, do we have anyone here that I really badly want to speak to? I actually don't know, to be honest, because the thing is, I have no idea whether any of these people actually own stuff. I really need to actually see that for a real quick second. Let's go to the Aserai page. This is obviously part of the one of the things that you have to basically do if you're going to be getting any kind of advantage here. Unkid is literally 92. He's 90. Wow. Okay, he's 92. Let's try to be a little bit calm about that, because that's absolutely insane. Okay, so they own quite a few. Oh, they don't even own that much. They only own 3 castles, really? Only own 3 castles? This is crazy. Okay, so now we can see exactly who owns what. So let's see who owns multiple things, and then we can speak to them. Day Gunrick. Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna get that. Let's see if we can... It's Luke. Oh, no, it's this guy. Oh, no, that's absolutely terrible. Okay. Yeah, what an absolute piece of work this guy is. That is really, really bad. He's extremely irritating. Oh no, we've lost one of our companions. Look at that. We lost our spice vendor right there. She's dead. She's gone. Yeah, unfortunate for me because this is actually pretty bad. We really kind of badly need to do something about this. Yeah, okay, let's just sell some of this, sell some of this, sell some of that. I haven't actually done any trading very recently, and well, it's because there's no point, you know. We are making so much cash. All I'm trying to do right now is get my hands on as much intelligence as possible. That's what I'm trying to do. How old is this guy? 47. Okay, that's not really going to help us, but I'm going to get him. 47, he might be able to live until he's 60, so 20 years, that's pretty good. I mean, that's okay, you know, 60-something. Maybe he'll be okay with that. But yeah, I'm going to make him into a governor in just a moment, but I really want to find where Chaikand is. I have a feeling it's going to be insanely impossible to do that. But yeah, oh no, Lucala. Oh, I thought that was him for a second. I thought that was him, but no, it's Lucala. Okay, that's unfortunate. Ah, here we go. Alright, we're looking for yet another wife for Kuth. I think it's been a while, so, you know, considering Fenoria died, well, quite a while ago, actually, in the game, at least. Obviously not for us, unfortunately. So, yeah, let's do it. So, we are going to... Oh, can I get Sanala in this? Nope. Okay. I was hopeful. 58,000. Okay. So, yeah. There you go. Kuth married Thalea. I'm not entirely sure. Does that mean he leaves? Wait a minute. No, he's not leaving. Okay. Whew. I was a bit worried about that for a real quick second because it didn't say anything about that, but there she is. All right, that's wonderful. So, I didn't even check her, actually. I didn't even check her. This is pretty bad for me. I should have checked this. Yeah, I should have checked this, but I guess it's okay because we do gain a we do gain a clan member, I suppose. But I definitely should have checked. Oh, she's 42. Okay, well, never mind. There you go. Never mind. I guess that's all she wrote for Kuth's bloodline in that case. But that's okay. As I said, we have another person that can potentially do things, and I've been having some trouble actually getting companions for some reason. I don't know why. But we are having some problems with that, so I guess it's actually kind of good to have someone that might be able to take over some of the slack. There we go. The new governor of Cairban Seth, Mattis the Surgeon. Yes, he's finally arrived. That's wonderful. Now, the thing is, we need to find... Who is that idiot again? Ah, hello. Okay, so she might actually... Yes, she does. Okay, she actually has some things. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get her town, but we can probably... Yep, we can easily get her castles, so we will do exactly that. Thank you very much. And I believe we also have a potential to find Chaikand around here. Maybe. I mean, he is... That's the thing. Yeah, maybe not, actually. Because obviously he's an Azerai vassal, right? He's an Azerai vassal, but I went through the entirety of their lands, and I couldn't find him. I don't know. I'm not sure where these deserters go, to be honest, but they always seem extremely, well, very hard to find. Let's just say that. Let's actually speak to this guy, see if he... Yes, he has Lagater. That's going to be extremely difficult for us to make anything work, even with all these castles. I mean, this is the funny thing. If you try to give castles... You see this bar? Look at the bar right here when I add all of our castles, okay? Look at the bar. Look at what happens. Look at how small the increase is. Some of these don't even increase it. Some of these literally don't, like for example, Dinar Castle. Look at the increase. It's nothing. It doesn't increase it whatsoever. All the others increase it by a very, very small amount, but as you can see, it doesn't even get us to the end here, and I'm still having to spend 3 million. So obviously Lagater, it is a probably a pretty good fief. I don't know. Let's have a look. Actually, no, it's not even that good. It's only got 5,500 prosperity, so not really something I'm going to be, you know, dying, you know, over, you know, not getting or anything like that, so we don't have to worry about that too much. But yeah, very, very frustrating, actually, that we can't do that, but it doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter, because it's a terrible fief, you know? If we just look at these, and we actually just... We're just being a little bit more choosy, shall we say? A little bit more choosy. We shouldn't have to worry about that too much. Let's try and get Pendrake Castle. Highly unlikely I'm going to be able to get this, just because it is probably his only fief. And if it's his only fief, he's going to be extremely unlikely to give it. Yeah, as you can see right here. He wants... That is so funny. He doesn't even want money. Okay, yeah, look at that. As you can see, that's going to literally cost me like 4 million or something like that, which is definitely not going to happen anytime soon. All right, so first of all, let's just take a quick look. I need to make sure that I'm keeping an eye on her age. She's 39. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Not a problem. Okay, so otherwise, apart from that, I think what we might need to do is... I'm not sure whether we really want to do that, though. I am thinking we might need to start trading some castles. Obviously, I've already tried to do that generally, but the main problem... let me see if I can find something over here, maybe. Yeah, I mean, we already have this, technically. Kesar Castle. We could try to get Makeb, potentially. That's a possibility. We could try to get Lycaron. Could try to get our hands on Thorios Castle, for example. That might make sense. But that's also, you know, once again, one of those. You know, it's one of the original fiefs in that particular faction, so it's going to be very difficult. I don't know where this guy is. I feel kind of like a failure because I can't find this guy, so it's a bit annoying. I kind of feel like Darbard. I mean, I know where his home is, but I've been there. And he's not there, so yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try and find him again. Okay, I finally found one of them. Whew. Okay, that took me a long time. You know where this guy was? Do you want to know where he was? Yeah. He's right next to Havalvik, this one. He's right next to this town right here, on that small island off the coast of the main, well, continent, I guess. So yeah, this is absolutely, just absolutely shocking, because for me personally, I had no idea. I thought that he was going to be somewhere else, but no, he was just running around there randomly. Thankfully, we got our hands on both castles, so he has nothing now. Oh, wow. All right. Okay, I finally found him. As you can see, there he is. And I should have probably known that he was going to be right next to Ukba Castle itself. But here's the thing. I thought to myself, okay, wait a minute. I've already checked this. You know, I was here many, many moons ago, multiple times, and I did not see him anywhere. So I can assume that he was somewhere else. Maybe he was in the surrounding vicinity or something like that. But yeah, now what do you bet he's not going to be open to trading? What do you think? No, he is open to trading. Unfortunately, not open to most of this. Hongar Castle. I'd like to get... Should I get Hongar Castle or should I get Ukba Castle? Okay. Well, apparently that has put paid to that, because I can only get one of them. And, whoa, I can... What? I can literally get this for nothing. This is his home castle as well. That is his home castle. I'm not entirely sure what he's thinking with this. But, there you go. Okay, that's very interesting. I'm not entirely sure why he decided on that, but okay. I guess that's just how it's going to go. Let's actually give this guy a little bit of money. This is what I've also been doing a little bit, just in case. Obviously, it doesn't really matter too much. Oh, that didn't actually do anything for us. But yeah, it doesn't actually matter too much because we are getting so much cash every single day. And I'm kind of hoping that maybe what we'll be able to do is go here. Let's actually see what they own. Let's see what some of these guys actually own. Okay, so Medina Castle, let's see. Do they own more than one thing? No. Each one... that's kind of annoying. So... Each one of these clans owns one fief, which is kind of bad. It's kind of bad for us. We can take a look at their prosperity. Sanala has 15,000 prosperity. Who owns this? Unkid. Of course he does. Okay, of course he does. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to try and see whether we can get this from him. And I'm going to try and see... yeah, he's obviously offering for us to become a vassal of his really, really badly. But we're not going to do that right now. Okay, so Sonala, how... yeah, no, that's absolutely impossible. That is literally impossible. As you can see, he literally wants every single thing we have in our inventory. I think we might be able to make it if we get to about 5 million. Maybe if we get to about 5 million in cash, we might be able to do that. So, you know what I'm actually going to do? I feel like I should probably just wait. It feels to me like waiting is probably going to be the best course of action here. Yeah, why not? Okay, yeah, we'll probably do something like that. So let's just see. I'll go for a little bit more bosun skill here, put some more intelligence, and I think we are basically done. Whoa, Sulatha already almost has 300 in trade, which is actually hilarious, if you think about it. Let's go for trickle down, I guess. Trickle down sounds pretty cool. And, yeah, let's go for it. Yes, and this is also something that I wanted to mention to you as well. Apparently Thalia was capable of having a child. I'm actually quite surprised because I didn't know gameplay-wise that was going to be a thing. And as you can see, Kuth is now the proud father of yet another child, and there you have it. Very nice, very, very nice indeed. And we now have. Oh, I like the. I like the fact she's wearing her gauntlets. Yes, she's wearing her gauntlets in bed. Okay, that's quite funny. All right, so yeah. Anyway, there you go. We've got yet another child joining our clan here. I was literally just waiting here for some time when this happened, and obviously she did become pregnant a little bit of time ago. So yeah, there's that. We did get to 227 in Steward as well, so this does allow us to actually have a little bit extra carry capacity and stuff like that. For me personally, there isn't really any point for me taking any of this stuff anymore, but, might as well, I suppose, right? Might as well. Let's go for Mounted Scouts, even though that doesn't really do anything, unfortunately. We can do a little bit of stuff here. Oh, there we go. Nice. Actually, not too bad. We'll do something like that. Oh, yeah, okay. Bosun skill, a little bit more intelligence there. I mean, our children, or shall we say Barney's children, are insane, right? They are just absolutely insane, and for me personally, I feel like they are. I think that's exactly what it should be like when you have children in the game, obviously. Yeah, but they've got like that. What is it now? That genetic memory or something like that. It's pretty cool in my opinion. But yeah, otherwise we are seeing huge amounts of people dying from old age now. Unkid is still alive. Unkid is still alive, if you can believe that. I actually wonder when he's going to die, if he's going to die at all, because it might be that he's the immortal king that will just continue surviving forevermore. That does seem to be the case. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to speak to Unkid once again. We're going to try and see if we can get Sonala. Now, obviously, this is going to mean that we're going to have to spend... Whoa, okay, yeah, no, apparently cash he does not care about. I mean, that does make sense, considering he's probably making... I mean, let's face it, I have very rarely seen a 15,000 prosperity fief. The only time that I think I've seen that is when I actually had one town. I believe it was in the Europe 1200 series. Literally had one town, and I had that for the entire game, and all I had was just one very, very experienced governor in there, and I think I got close to 14,000, 13,000, something like that prosperity, and I was making like 30, 40,000 every single day, just from that one fief. So that does make a huge difference. Now, the one thing that we could probably do is we might be able to do something with our castles here. I highly doubt that's going to be the case. As you can see, he will... What about if I just... Okay, what about if I just trade him Cairban Seth or something like that? No, that doesn't do anything, as you can quite clearly tell. So what? It's even more? Wait a minute. It's even more than what I was willing to trade before. Okay. Well, apparently that's not going to work. Apparently that's not going to work. So, yes, unfortunate for us, isn't it? Yes, unfortunate for us. So we will have to do something a little bit different now then. So we are going to instead, not this, you absolute idiot. Why did I click on that? Okay, let's go and speak to Darbard. I'm going to speak to Darbard once again. And we're going to see if we can get our hands on Ukba Castle now, because I am obviously attempting to try and limit these guys as much as possible, even though it doesn't really matter too much. There you go. We're going to spend 3 million on that. We've got that now, which is obviously fantastic. I'd like to get this as well, if at all possible. Let's actually see if we can get that. I highly doubt it. Of course, it's another one that I don't know. That's wonderful. See, this is the reason why it's extremely important that you just run around constantly, pretty much. Just run around constantly trying to figure out who is who, trying to meet everyone that you possibly can, because this is now the situation. Okay, so we've ended up losing another companion here, which is very bad, as you can quite clearly tell. This is going to be extremely, extremely tough for us now, because we're starting to lose companions at a significant... Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. I was like, okay, this is going to be kind of problematic, but no, actually, this is going to be okay, because this guy actually is 28 years old. Sounds pretty good to me, you know, might as well. And I also just purchased another couple of castles, as you can see right here. We now have Thorios Castle, Garantor Castle, and obviously the last one we purchased was Ukba Castle. This is a little bit problematic, because obviously we do have this one right here. And I'm spending a lot of money on these, by the way. I'm spending a huge amount of money on these. It's just very unfortunate that I don't really have the ability to get these towns just yet. It would be extremely nice if we could do that, but I'm finding that a lot of the time, like for example, I could go and speak to maybe this guy, because as you can see, his settlement is rebelling again. We might get a good enough price for it this time. It's highly unlikely, but we might be able to. Oh, hello. Wait a minute. We could get a +1 companion limit here. Another companion? Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. I don't really want to go through all of these people and actually spec them, but you know what? Let's do it, I guess. I mean, this is not really going to do too much for them generally most of the time. Most of the time, it's just going to, well, provide them a very, very small benefit. Yeah, none of this is really going to make much difference. So... yeah, that's not really going to do much, but it's okay. I mean, might as well. You never know whether something is actually going to help them or whatever, but most of the time it's not. Anyway, we're getting 216,000 now every single day, 210,000 actually, and we might be able to, yeah, as you can see, wait, no, that's not going to work out too well for us right there. But yeah, we might be able to afford getting the Dunglanis town or something like that. You can see here that Ortisia is actually at 12,000 prosperity. I did attempt to just get this one. I did attempt to do that right now because Krotor was really, really close by, and I basically spoke to him, and it was no-brainer, you know, it was just a no-brainer. He was like, no, I will not give this to you for anything in the world. So I was like, oh, okay, well, there you go. Well, that is pretty crazy, actually. I wanted to show you this, even though it's not actually like a big, you know, big event or anything like that, but I just wanted to show you that Unkid and Monchug died at the very same time. I'm not entirely sure what even happened with that. Maybe they had some kind of, I don't know, crazy... crazy pact or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. Anyway, they died within literally minutes of each other. So yeah, kind of interesting to see that. Otherwise, I did just queue up a huge amount of different things here. We can drive away the lepers, obviously, as well. And indeed, we now have governors, because obviously I just recruited another 2 companions. We now have governors in both Hussein Folk as well as Kuyaz, and that is going to make a significant difference. One of them is actually an Azerai culture as well, which makes a huge difference too. So very, very pleased about that. Let's actually see, do you think I can actually do something here? We might be able to. Adram is right there. Okay, that's actually kind of perfect. Maybe we'll be able to do something. We might be able to do something. Highly unlikely, but we might try it. Iakis? Yeah, we can actually do it. Unfortunately, it is very expensive, as you can see. I wouldn't even mind giving him all these castles. I literally wouldn't even mind giving him all these castles. I think, you know what? Should I try to just give him everything that I have? That doesn't actually give us anything. He likes that a little bit. He doesn't like this. No, he doesn't like that one either. Okay. these literally, as you can see, give nothing at all. They contribute basically nothing whatsoever to his bar. Unless I want to give him absolutely every single thing, and even then it doesn't make any difference. Okay, very sad. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, so as I said, we are going to be speaking to the guy that owns Dunglanis, so let's actually see. Dagonik, I'm going to come back to you, sir. He is not going to be pleased, I assume. I'm making 234,000 now, by the way, so very, very nice. Our children are leveling up very, very quickly too, so that's always good. Just in case, let's have a look. Okay, Cairban Seth and Druimore Castle. I'm actually surprised he wants Druimore Castle. Wow, that's a significant chunk. Okay, that's kind of unfortunate. I don't really want Dunglanis in exchange for Cairban Seth, because I've been working on Cairban Seth quite a lot. And I don't really want to... Okay, that's actually kind of nice. He likes this one. Okay, we could give him that one. He likes that one. I'm trying to give him ones that are Batanian. Utherlim Castle, as you can see. I can give him that one as well. They have a particular picture, so I'm kind of thinking... I've given him all of the... that's kind of sad. Yeah, I've given him all of the Batanian ones so far. Can I give him more cash? I can, but very... It would be so nice if we could afford this. Yeah, unfortunately for me, that's not going to work. Okay. I could? Oh, wait. Oh, hello. Hello. Dinar Castle? No, not Dinar Castle. Okay, apparently not. What about Urzanar Castle? No. Okay, not that one either. Okay, what about... don't really want to give him that one. We could give him... What's a really, really cheap one that we could give him? Agalting, and maybe we could give him Vladiv Castle as well? If we can find it. Where's Vladiv Castle now? Did I just go by it? No, there it is. Okay, that's actually going to work. Unfortunately for me, it is going to be 5 million. It's going to be 5 million. All right, let's do it. This is probably a bad idea, by the way. Probably a really, really bad idea. But the funny thing about this is that I might be able to get it back from him. The prosperity is only 5,000 as well, which is really not very good. So yeah, kind of unfortunate that we had to do that, but it's better than not being able to get anything, because we were starting to get into a situation where just nothing was affordable. So I'm kind of hoping we'll be okay here. I do need to go over to the thief screen. I do need to try to make sure that, yeah, these... Wait, no, not the thief screen, this screen. We need to make sure that these are... very low. What is going on with this garrison? Look at this, 3,800. That's insane. How are they even surviving? I don't know. I guess that's why the prosperity was so, you know, incredibly low, or going lower as it is. Oh dearie me. Anyway, we're now getting 241,000, almost 250,000 every single day, which I have to admit I am very pleased about. This guy is the new leader, by the way. He's the new leader of the Aserai, so I'm actually wondering if he's going to be easier to deal with than Unkid in regards to getting rid of Sanala. We might get lucky. Alright, so we have yet another person that has advanced into the age where they can actually do stuff, and we're going to get Radan a couple of trade skills. Why not? Let's do that. Let's get Caravan Master there. We probably want to have him selling animals for a bigger price. Caravan trade rumors. We'll probably go for working profitable workshops, I guess. That's probably going to be better for any, you know, any other reason. Now, Radan might actually be someone that we take over at some point in the future, so I do have to be a little bit aware of what I'm going to be speccing in here. Kind of. Maybe? I'm actually not entirely sure. But yeah, I'm just going to try and make sure that he is as well looked after as possible, as I have with most of our other people as well. Now, the ruler for the Western Empire has died, and this is the replacement. So we are going to... Wait a minute. Emperor Garatops? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so this is not the replacement. I thought that the Emperor was this guy now. But he has two of the most prosperous towns. Jalmaris is not too prosperous, but Zionica is for sure. So what we can do... Look at this. This is actually crazy good. This is really, really good. We might be able to make something happen here. So I'm just going to trade all of these castles. Can we give Dinar Castle maybe? Urzina Castle? Dinar Castle? Yeah, there we go. All right, this is actually fantastic. Now, the question is, do I want to give him these? I think I probably should. But he's probably going to hold on to them for dear life. That's the issue here. I don't really want to give Ukba Castle if I can help it. Let's see if we can get something else. What about Sestadheim Castle? There we go. Okay. That is an extreme amount of money, by the way. I'm giving him 9 million. But that is very, very worth it in my opinion, because Zionica, as you can see, has a prosperity of 11.5, right? So from my perspective, I feel like this is pretty good. However, what we are going to have to do is we will have to get rid of... Look at the wages. Look at the wages of this thing. Literally, 5,900. No, thank you. Get out of here. Get out of here straight away. Thanks very much. Oh yeah, by the way, I actually reached Clan Tier 6. I have no idea when I reached Clan Tier 6, because it's just been completely and entirely passive the entire time. But obviously it doesn't really matter. But I just wanted to tell you anyway. Ah, this guy's 38. We might be able to get this guy and turn him into a governor for Zionica. I don't think I have one. I don't think I have a companion that is actually going to be able to do that. As you can see, they're all governing. Apart from Borun. Because he's actually a caravan person, so we're just letting him do that. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to get this guy. We're just going to get this guy, and we'll just turn him into a governor. So we've come back to Aran here, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, we probably want to try to get... Oh yeah, there you go. Instant victory right there. We can immediately get Myzea from him for 7 million. Obviously, bear in mind, this is probably not going to be the greatest town when it comes to prosperity. Yeah, as you can see, the prosperity is very low. In actual fact, only 3,400. Kind of sad that it is actually only that, but we got it. And I think that kind of, well, that's kind of the best thing you can really hope for, really. I mean, it's 7,000 without me having to trade any of my other castles or anything like that, so I don't really think it's that bad. Oh, wait a minute, what do we got going on here? Rebels in Dunglanis? Are you serious? They've declared war against us. Okay, that's actually rather bad, because we don't have any people. Oh dear. How did they do that? That's actually kind of interesting. How did they do that? That's really weird, because I had a governor there. I thought that would make a pretty big difference, but this is exactly what I was talking about before. We don't have any policies, you see. We don't have any policies, and I think that makes a huge difference in regards to what they're capable of doing, you know, how much of a situation they can stabilize. It's very limited, you know, it's very limited in that respect. So I guess the only thing I can do now is wait for a potential peace agreement, which is going to be hilarious. Not entirely sure how that's really going to go. Do I know who this is? Do I know who the person is that actually... No, I don't know him. Of course, I know all of the others, don't I? Okay, so who's this guy? I don't know who this guy is, but he's definitely going to try and fight us, which is obviously not exactly great. We don't really want to do that if we can help it, because that would obviously fail the challenge. So we want to try to deal with this as best as we can. I'm actually surprised that this happened, but I guess I should have been keeping a closer eye on it, right? Definitely should have, you know, been keeping a closer eye on it. I guess my governor in that particular area wasn't good. I assume the governor just didn't do a good enough job. Okay, so I've actually placed Thalea in Myzea. Kind of a hilarious name wordplay kind of thing going on there. But yeah, anyway, point is, I've actually placed her in there because I don't think she's going to have any more children, which is obviously fine. She's also very, very good, as in she's a culture that benefits Myzea dramatically, because she is indeed, as you might expect, Empire, and she's going to be great. with that. And Curion has actually just reached his coming of age ceremony, so that's obviously really, really nice too. Let's increase my Zaya's prosperity by 20. No, actually, let's do this one instead, because that's going to increase the villages' hearths and so on and so forth. Really, really does make a big difference. Okay, so let me actually just see here. Who is it that actually leveled up just now? Incurion, there he is. Okay, so we're just going to spec him into the classics, like what I normally do here. I'm not really bothering with pretty much anything right here. I'm just basically speccing him, not really randomly, but I'm just speccing him as, well, as you'd expect. You know, just making sure that he has exactly what he needs to make the most of things. Obviously, bear in mind, we don't need to level up our clan tier anymore, which is obviously a pretty big deal, because generally, you know, every single person that comes after us now is always going to be born into a tier 6 clan. We have 293,000 actually now coming to us every single day, and all of our people are gaining significant amounts of pretty much every kind of skill, just because this is also the reason why generally, look at my relation, by the way. I'm getting relation with every single notable in the game pretty much every 2 seconds. And, you know, fundamentally, that's annoying. That's really annoying. You know why? Because of the little sound that plays every single time. I would love to... I think I'm going to get that mod. I'm going to get that mod that actually just suppresses those notifications, because that's extremely irritating. But yeah, anyway, as you can see, we still have these offers currently going on. Our mother is 65, this guy's 23. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that, but there you go. I guess they just want to weaken us or something like that. That's probably what's going on there. As you can see, Radan is literally gaining 15 skill points right now in Charm. I don't know how he's doing that, but yeah, he's doing it. Dunglanis, as you see, is still having a problem. I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it, so I'm not sure how I'm going to really deal with this. But yeah, we have a bit of a loyalty situation at my Zaya as well. What's actually happening here? Why are we losing so much loyalty? Oh no, it says we're not. Never mind. Okay. Kind of strange. That's a little bit weird, because I thought we were actually having a pretty decent time, but it said on the tooltip here that we were losing -3, but now it's actually +1, but I guess that's because I was not in there or something. But yeah, as you can see, we do have yet another child. As you see, most of the, shall we say, grandchildren? Yeah, Barney's grandchildren are now coming of age, which is really nice. But yeah, what we're going to do is I'm going to actually end this episode off here. I have been able to expand our territory ever so slightly. Obviously, the biggest wins for us in this episode were to get these towns here. Obviously, Hussenfolk is really bad in regards to its prosperity. Zionica, on the other hand, is doing amazingly. Kuyaz is also pretty good. It's gaining a significant amount of prosperity every single day as well. Dunglanis, unfortunately, we ended up losing. Kerbanseth is obviously okay as well. This town over here is absolutely insane. Havalvik is just incredible. Galend is also very, very nice. 11,000 there too. Now, if we can just get Sonala, I'm thinking we're going to be running away with the game very, very nicely here, and we'll probably have a decent-ish time. What I do need to do, though, is I need to find out if I can send a messenger to Edwin or something like that. I'm not sure how this is going to go, because what I technically could do is I could go and engage him. I could go and engage him with a very strong army. As in, I could literally just go and recruit, I don't know, just, I guess, recruit a bunch of Khuzait units or something like that. Try to level them up as much as I possibly can. I mean, you can see here that I literally have so many level ups that I just have not done, just because there is no point. And, yeah, just do that, I guess. I don't have any horses. I need to... I'm actually surprised that I have to do something like this. Okay, yeah. So we're going to have to deal with that, obviously. But otherwise, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.